Welcome to the Be Well Darling podcast. I'm Laura Darling. For over 20 years, I've worked as a holistic practitioner, a sound healer, a Reiki master, a life coach, and a psychic medium. Join me each week where we will explore wellness for the mind, body, and spirit. I will be connecting you with experts in every area of wellness to guide you through the many tools and techniques available to help you step into your most authentic life. So let's dive in. Hello, darling. Thank you for tuning in for this week's episode. This week, we are going to explore gratitude, what it is, and how it affects our body, mind, and spirit. We will practice how to develop self-gratitude and how to make gratitude a daily practice that will align our authentic selves for a fulfilled life. Gratitude for me was at the top of my list as I started outlining what I wanted to share with you in the Be Well Darling podcast. I wanted to start this journey with you by holding gratitude for you and being present with you in this moment. I am truly grateful of everything that we have both experienced in our lives that have brought our paths to connect now. I'm also holding space in self-gratitude of being brave and stepping forward to share my voice and insights with you. I am recording this episode as we approach the holidays and gather at tables with friends and family to share the bounty that we've worked for and harvested this year. In North America, many celebrate the holidays by gathering loved ones to share food, stories, and most importantly, thanks and gratitude. Sitting with friends at dinner the other night, I really felt called to dive deeper into gratitude and share my thoughts and studies of gratitude with you. In this episode, I invite you to join me to focus on cultivating gratitude and explore whole health practices of gratitude to up-level our physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual wellness. Medical journals write that gratitude is linked to numerous mental and physical health benefits, including improved moods, increased resilience, higher self-esteem, decreased stress, lower blood pressure, better sleep, improved relationships, greater happiness, and overall life satisfaction. When you look at all the benefits, it's a wonder why we focus so much on gratitude during the holidays and don't talk about practicing gratitude daily as the foundation of living a healthy and happy life. But first, what is gratitude? Gratitude is a deep appreciation for the goodness in your life, recognizing everything we experience as a gift. Gratitude is a conscious practice of acknowledging value, expressing thanks, and allowing that appreciation to lead to a more generous and hopeful outlook on life. When we have gratitude, we have a positive emotional response to echo to our minds and our bodies that we are experiencing something good. Now that we have a high-level idea of what gratitude is, let's dive deeper into what we are actually grateful for. Let's start by getting a baseline and see how we approach gratitude in our own lives. So I'm going to offer you a gratitude exercise. Take 2 to 3 minutes, grab a piece of paper and a pen, and let's dive into what gratitude looks like for us. I'm going to ask you to write down 10 things you are most grateful for. Don't try to overthink it. Just whatever pops into your mind. Now that you have written your gratitude top 10 list, let's take a closer look. What are you grateful for? Who are you grateful for? Now look again at your list. Are you on it? Where are you on it? If this is your first time writing a gratitude list and are anything like me, you probably didn't see yourself even on the list. In the hustle and the bustle of life, many of us don't even carve out time or pay attention to self-gratitude. So in this episode, I invite you to plant seeds with me of bringing self-gratitude to center stage. So let's peel back the curtain and focus this episode by diving deep into self-gratitude. I will share with you the many physical, mental, and spiritual benefits of holding self-gratitude. But first, what is self-gratitude? Self-gratitude is not just about your achievements. It's not about the goal that you met, the new job, the new car, or something that you did. Self-gratitude is not about the doing. It is about the being. It is the practice of acknowledging and appreciating who you are, celebrating your own inner worth, strengths, and accomplishments. It is being thankful for your own unique qualities, your resilience, and existence, which builds self-worth, self-respect, and a more positive self-image. It's not about life's challenges, but recognizing how you showed up and the accepting of the goodness within yourself, imperfections included. So let's break down the 4 aspects of self-gratitude. First, acknowledging your own value. When I went through my divorce, I really thought that I was worthless. I had lost one of the most important people in my world. It completely blindsided me. When he left, I didn't know who I was, and I had no sense of self-value. But as I began to heal, I realized that I had actually been pushing my own dreams down, that I had boxed away many aspects of myself to be the partner that I thought my husband wanted. And the building process began for me to acknowledge my own value, not for who I was a partner to or what I did in my career. As I began to shed my old beliefs, I found strength and began to realize I am valuable. No strings attached. Acknowledging your value is a hard one for many of us to understand. We have been conditioned to believe we are valuable because of the things that we do, the jobs that we have, or the people that we take care of. But your value has nothing to do with these things. You are worthy of love, care, and respect just by being here. Let that sink in. You are worthy of love, of care, and of respect. No strings attached. Second, appreciating your inner self. Appreciating ourself is another sticky one. We tend to place our appreciation on things outside of us that we are striving to get to in this world. We may look at media and say, well, that's it. They have it all. I want that. There is nothing wrong with wanting to grow and achieve, but we have to start appreciating who we are first. Throughout my life, I searched for reasons to be seen. I did not practice self-appreciation. I strived to always do more, be better. I was looking outside of myself for appreciation. I thought if I got the job, if I looked a certain way, people would then value me. But the problem with that practice is I never stopped searching. I always had that empty feeling. And if someone disapproved of me, well, I felt like my world was going to crumble. Today, I make it a daily practice to appreciate me, all of me, the good qualities and the aspects I would rather not look at. I kind of think of it like a spice cake. All the flavors that make me unique and able to show up authentically as me. You need to know that you are unique. There is no one in the world exactly like you that shares your qualities, your skills, your talents, or your resilience. I invite you to take a look at yourself first and truly see how amazing you are just being you. Now let's talk about accepting our imperfections. If you're like me, you might have spent many of years beating yourself up with negative talk. So many people say how they don't like parts of themselves physically, mentally, emotionally. Like, have you ever listened to a friend that talks about wishing that their body was different? They wish they were taller. They wish they were smaller. They look at their height like it's an imperfection. Or maybe you've heard a loved one that is always apologizing because they are socially awkward. And when you hear that, you think, that's part of what I love about you. Many people think there is something wrong with them, but I would dare us to look at ourselves again and let go of the need for perfection, embracing our whole self, warts and all. This is really all part of this human experience. The fourth aspect of self-gratitude is in cultivating self-compassion. Self-compassion involves treating yourself with kindness and understanding, especially during difficult times. Self-compassion is being mindful of our thoughts and approaching them without judgment. It is replacing self-criticism with supportive self-talk and recognizing that we are human. When we support our own emotions and actions, we are supporting cultivating self-compassion. One way I remember to lean into self-compassion is to consider what our inner dialogue is telling me. Would I let a friend talk to me in this way? Would I let a friend talk to themselves in that way? It's easier to tell a friend that we hear talk badly about themselves, that the things that they are saying are not true. Yet we struggle to treat ourselves with the same love and kindness. It is okay to talk back to that inner voice. One way I remember to lean into self-compassion is to consider what my inner dialogue is telling me. Would I let a friend talk to themselves in this way? It's really easy for us to tell a friend that we hear talk badly about themselves, that the things that they're saying aren't true. Yet, when it comes to ourselves, we struggle to treat ourselves with the same love and kindness. I'd like you to think that it is actually okay to talk back to that inner voice that is degrading you and stand up for yourself, just like you would a dear friend. Tell yourself how amazing you are. Tell yourself that even in rough patches, you will overcome. You have before, and you are better because of the tough times. So, why is cultivating self-gratitude so important? Self-gratitude builds our self-esteem and our overall satisfaction with life. While it's essential to extend kindness to others, treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a friend is critical for your well-being, mind, body, and spirit. Self-gratitude improves our physical health by releasing the emotional load. Let's face it, life can be really hard. And we can carry a lot of stress and emotions in our body that impact our physical well-being. When we practice self-gratitude, we release these emotions and are able to allow our bodies to naturally reduce stress and anxiety, which lowers our blood pressure and decreases feelings of depression. Self-gratitude improves your sleep. Have you ever laid in bed at night with your mind whirling with the could-haves and the should-haves? Imagine being able to tell yourself that you did your best, you are loved, and you are safe. Practicing this form of self-gratitude helps us reframe the difficult experiences that we've had in our day as opportunities for growth rather than sources of stress. It can quiet the negative thoughts and help you fall asleep faster and sleep longer. Self-gratitude encourages self-care. When we live in a state of self-gratitude, we are able to shift our perspective to focus on the positive aspects of life, creating a more mindful and grateful outlook. When we are in a state of self-gratitude and feeling good, we usually want to stay in that place and continue doing good things for our lives. So I'm going to invite you. Let's reframe our gratitude. Now that we've talked about what self-gratitude is, what it does for our wellness, let's think again on where we are on our gratitude list. Go ahead and grab that pen and paper and let's dive back in, flip that page over, and let's reframe our understanding of gratitude. Let's make a second list. I'd like you to put yourself as number 1, and then add 3 additional things you are most grateful for. Next to each, I'd like you to write how you showed up for yourself. For example, if you are grateful for a friend or a partner, right next to it, how are you grateful for your part in that relationship? How did you show up? If you are grateful for your home, what are you bringing of yourself to that space to make it feel amazing? To make it more than a house, to make it a home. If you are grateful for your health, how are you showing up every day to make it your focus? There's a pattern here. Everything we have in life begins with us, how we show up, and how at the center of it all, we practice self-gratitude. So we must step back and remember that without us, none of this life would be possible. To me, considering self-gratitude and how we create it offers a beautiful foundation for living. That by loving who we are and what we bring to every interaction is the catalyst for building the life of our dreams. If you take this approach to areas of your life that you want to cultivate more of, you see that you are the spark that initiates and expands relationships, dreams, and goals. I invite you to begin a daily practice of self-gratitude with me in the coming weeks. If you like to journal, or maybe you've been wanting to start, I invite you to start writing 1 or 2 things down every day that you are grateful for about yourself. Place that list somewhere you see it throughout the day, and I want you to keep adding to it. Some examples might be, I showed up to a tough meeting, but I showed up with an open mind. Or, I took a mental health day just to take care of myself. Or one of my favorites, I showed up for myself at morning yoga, even when I would have rather hit the snooze. At the end of the day, I invite you to review your list, set it by your bed, laying your head to rest with a grateful heart. So I ask, what are you bringing to your holiday table? You could do it all. You could host the party, maybe bring the side dishes, or even just set the table. But the truly important thing is showing up and sharing gratitude with yourself for just being there. Thanks so much for joining me today. If you like this episode and want more, subscribe and rate the Be Well Darling podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. To find out what events are going on in the Be Well Darling community, get a free sound bath, or learn more about the topics we covered today, check out my show notes on my website at bewelldarling.com and follow me on socials. Remember, I'm on this journey with you, cheering you on as you step into the life of your dreams. Until next time, be well, darling.